baba, no low. I never drive slow-mo. Faster than go-go. If it ain't me, it's so-so.
Deep with my course, creep with my force. Weak with your loss, eat with the boss. If you down with me, my rhyme will be heat-seeking yours. Cold as ice, most you niggas fold at night. Blow a hole in you twice, black disguise. Fuck these niggas.
Sticky fingers, sticky fingers, sticky fingers. Onyx featuring Fredro Star, Sticky Fingers, Big DS, and Suave, aka Sonny Seeza, New York City, active since 1988. Today's feature is a rap group many consider legends in rap history for how unique their sound was, and also for the energy they brought to hip-hop in their music and live on stage. To the point when you hear the name Onyx, the first thing comes to mind is high energy and a lot going on. They were perfect for the 90s rap era, releasing their first studio album in 1993 in that they represented the energy of coming from the urban environment and attempting to survive in a society a lot of injustices and inequality were taking place, not to mention discrimination and lack of true representation. Onyx were the face of rebellion, not just in the black community, but in music as well. They were one of those faces of the term Rage Against the Machine, or any force attempting to contain freedoms of speech and expressing yourself in any way you see fit. Add to that, there was a side of Onyx that were really talented artists, not just in music, but the big screen as well, with Fredro Star and Sticky Fingers enjoying lengthy film and television careers from '93 still to this day. Fredro Star and Sticky Fingers are the face of the group for how diverse their entertainment talents were, while Sonny Seeza many see as lyrically the most outstanding in a traditional rap sense and the backbone of the group that played an important role in setting the atmosphere of their songs. Even after the late Big DS left the group after just one album, Onyx still had what it took to become standout artists of the 90s, a golden era of competition to make the best art and be as different from the next artist as possible. Their first album set the tone for the career Onyx wanted to have, becoming a huge success, going platinum and considered one of the best rap albums of the 90s by many. It included their smash hit song Slam that was a beast of its own, used in movies and sporting events and on a lot of workout playlists. Slam has to be a top 5 song to perform of all time. From start to finish, all members, minus a verse from Big DS, brought matching energy along with animated performance skills and lyricism. Seeing them perform this song live displays how on target they were, creating a musical piece that perfectly fit and represented them and could be felt no matter what race you were, your age, or even your love for rap music. An undeniable effort that etched its way into the fabric of hip-hop. Feeling so highly of a group like this, it was a shock to see their first album be the only platinum album of their career, popular in a time album sales grew to be much larger than they are today. They started off a 4-man group but lost an important piece in Sonny Seeza, who stepped away from the group publicly, and Big DS, who wanted to pursue a solo career then passed away at 31 years old. Onyx could have been the biggest rap group ever if not for these reasons. What happened? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music. Let's get it, man. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Onyx, the rap group, came together in 1988 when schoolmates Fredro Star, Big DS, and Suave decided to take rap seriously, having their career take off almost immediately the very next year, signing a management deal in '89 that led to signing a record deal with Profile Records and their first single in 1990. Their big break came when they met music producer Jam Master Jay summer 1991, who gave them a chance to have their music heard with a time limit on submitting a demo. Within 2 months, they prepared 2 songs, one called Stick and Move and the other Exercise, featuring only Fredro Star and Sticky Fingers, who was a solo artist and replacement addition when Suave and Big DS weren't able to make the studio session, who later became a full-time member. It was enough to secure a deal with the hip-hop legend, and by '93, their debut album would be released to extreme fanfare, led by their single Throw Your Guns, and later the hit Slam that took Onyx to newer heights. Stunt number 1, Losing Important Pieces. Many younger fans aware of Onyx as of recent wouldn't even know that the group began with 4 members. Actually, Big DS, Fredro Starr, and Sonny Seeza were the first to form the group, adding Sticky later on. Big DS wasn't the type you'd remember for being all in the cameras, all in the videos, and most times he didn't even make the cut of their songs. Ones he would write verses to according to Fredro, but they were usually not on the level of the other members and left on the cutting room floor when their first album was being put together for final release. Nevertheless, DS was one of the founders and creators of the plan for Onyx, presented as an original member. In groups, anytime you lose one, it hurts the team because fans fell in love with the group for its original construction. He may not have been one of the best rappers, but where would they be without his contributions early on? DS decided he wanted more control over his career direction, and in 1994, after their first album, he sold all his shares in the group and went solo. Since, he's released one album, 94's demo tape, that failed to chart and didn't make much noise over the next 6 years. Then in 2003, Big DS would pass away after getting chemotherapy as a result of lymphatic cancer, but it being unsuccessful. It was the first blow to the members of the group. Then, over the years, Sonny Seeza discontinued his work with the group as well. He was around for their run throughout the 90s and beginning in the 2000s, but in 2009, he said that he was ready to move on from always being aggressive, hyped, and screw-faced on every song. He was older now and wanted to show fans his diversity as a rapper, and under Onyx, he couldn't do so. He released solo music, but like Big DS, nothing ever took off outside Onyx. He never sold his shares to Onyx, meaning technically he never left, but not transitioning to the 2010s with them did hurt their longevity, and look, fans feeling without him, it's just not the same. Stunt number 2, typecasted. Sonny Seeza had a good point for wanting to disassociate with Onyx. As an artist, it's always important to show different sides of your talent, not only to appeal to a wider audience, but to save yourself from being typecasted as a one-trick pony. Not that Onyx weren't at all interesting and very good at said one trick, but it can feel like if you've heard one song from them, you really didn't need to hear much more. Album after album of the same tight faces, incoherent live verses, and top-level energy isn't built to be popular over the test of time. Yes, it's captivating seeing young Onyx go crazy on stage, diving in the crowd, fake fighting each other, pushing, jumping, and extreme rapper hands. But for that to be interesting each release is a difficult task to be consistent with. When Seeza said that he wanted to show fans a different side of him, I for one was right there championing that sentiment. I would have liked to see Onyx express more range with their music, and it could be a good reason over time their albums became less and less popular. Some can say the same about some artists of today like Lil Baby, Da Baby, Cardi B, even Gunna, even though they've had success in the rap game. How long can we expect that to last? Again, Onyx is a great group, one of the greatest of all time, but listening to their music is mood dependent. When they could have listened to Sonny's advice and diversify their sound to reach different audiences, especially in their older years where fans would love to see them relax a bit and be more introspective about the things they've learned as part of the music industry and as grown men now in their 50s. Stunt number 3, going Hollywood. Another element of the Onyx story that was a gift and a curse of sorts was Sticky Fingaz and Fredro being as multi-talented as they were, stretching their focus and responsibility so thin that it took away from the music and experimenting with ways to scale their business. Fredro Starr, to his namesake, was always a standout of the group Onyx, not for being the best rapper, which personally I give that to Sonny Seeza, but because he had Starr written all over him for not just music. First off, the name Fredro Starr has such a ring to it and plays as a get-you-in-the-door kind of name. Then his image is one that responds well to the big screen, even though most his roles were almost as typecasted as his rap group. Fredro is also a really good actor and animated enough to have range in that form of entertainment, and that's shown through his filmography that's been extensive. He's even starred in video games and done music video acting for other artists as well. Sticky Fingaz, another great entertainment name, one given to him by Sonny Seeza by the way, was much like Fredro in that he has a face and personality to be more than just a rapper, but an entertainer in general. Even in their live shows, you can see him completely dedicated to playing the animated role, and his performances are great. He and Fredro began to receive acting opportunities immediately, and that took away from the group as well, as they were gone a lot focusing on acting and learning lines and roles for movies and TV. Naturally, if you're not attentive to a project, it falls by the wayside, and most times stays there in an industry like music. It took time away from building Onyx, who over the years became a duo of Fredro and Sticky, cool but just not the same. All in all, Onyx was a great hip-hop group, usually named in the top 50 groups of all time. It doesn't mean they can or couldn't still be better. In my opinion, they could have been top 5 to 10 how unique they were, but for these reasons, their growth was stunted. Salute, much respect. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music, and I'm out.